welcome back to Major Discussions. I'm Fega Khuturetsky, and I'm here with my co-host Melinda Brancato.
Today we have a major guest, Erin Blank. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This is
so
very
excited.
exciting.
Yes. Yeah, we always see you around studio because you're always snapping photos of people.
Yes.
And so we know you very well, but we want everybody else at home to know you too.
Oh, yes.
So
we know you have exciting things to discuss, and we're excited to discuss those things with you. So
let's get into the basics of who you are.
All right, so my name is Erin Blank. I am from a little town called Sawgrace, New York, 45 minutes south of Albany. I'm a cinema and screen studies major, creative writing minor. And, you know, I like to bake. I like to basically do anything creative, but I'm also a fan of wrestling and just having a good time.
Yeah. You seem to have a lot of interests that aren't necessarily related to your major. Like you mentioned baking and wrestling. What made you come to love those things?
Yeah, so wrestling, I basically just grew up on it. My dad was a major watcher of it, so I just always kind of sat there, watched it. Baking, my mom was a huge baker, always made awesome cakes, you know, different shapes. She even made a wrestling cake one time where I got little figures on a nice little ring made out of licorice, and it was very cute, a nice little cage match.
That's
adorable.
Awesome. It's just a nice little
sounds
cage match my
adorable.
mom made me.
Yeah, you know, just a nice little cage.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. But in regards to different things relating to your major, I mean, that difference in genre interests, how does that kind of relate to what you do?
Yeah, so genre is like Disney, horror, which normally don't go together, but it honestly just gets me in a mood for different things and makes me aware of different genres and things to do that might make me successful and overall just things I like.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so in regards to what you want to produce as a creative person, how do you think all of these things will affect those stories, like the genres you mentioned, and how do you think that will have an effect overall?
Yeah, so Disney is, like, as you know, very childish, happy, family friendly. Horror is, you know, scary, dark. So I want to find a happy medium somewhere in between that will make me like child friendly but scary.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I know growing up, I watched Chucky at like age
Yes.
4. Thanks, Dad. That didn't cause any psychological stuff.
Great movie.
I can't look at puppets anymore. It's horrible.
Oh, no.
So to like, for you to create something like that, you think of like the twisted Disney stories. They have like books. I know Fega reads a lot. She's probably read something along those lines. But is there like an inspiration that you have, like maybe like Tim Burton or anything like that when it comes to film?
I love Tim Burton. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Henry Selick is another one, just like Tim Burton. He made Coraline, which
Coraline's
classic
iconic, right, Kitty?
claymation. So I want to find somewhere where I could be like the female versions of them, where
Yeah.
it's like childish at first, and then makes
And
you
then
scared.
horror and scary. Kind of
Yeah.
like as people progress, they get older, they're all innocent and little, and then they're older, and then they're scary, and then you don't sleep. And
Exactly.
it's
100%. I just want to find like that little thin line that's like, kids could look at it one way and then parents look at it another way and then they're like, I don't want my kids to watch this.
It's like SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob is definitely one of them.
Oh my
For sure.
goodness. Oh, no.
It's always a lot of
Yeah.
fun to like look at different pieces of film like that too. As you get older, I know we keep mentioning that, like age and progression, and like, what would my parents see in this versus what would I see in this as a young kid. But I mean, a lot of films do a really great job of this too. This isn't a horror example, but Boyhood was a film that was produced, and they took the same actors over a series of years, and they just kind of showed how they grew. Now, like I said, that's not horror, but it kind of goes into that same aspect that you were talking about growth.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's interesting. I don't know. That's one of my favorite movies.
I never seen it, but I'll definitely have to add that to my very long list of films that I have yet to watch.
Right. Looking to any projects that you're working on, do you have any exciting news that you want to share with our audience?
So for one, I'm working on a nice horror movie film that's called Just Smile, and it's about a girl in a toxic relationship, and she's kind of tired of it, so she does some dark things, but you know, that's yet to see what happens to the boyfriend. Anyway.
A little sneak peek ahead. But to like the lighter side of things with the projects you're working on, more Disney related, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so in the summer for the fall semester, I'll be going to Disney, working there as part of the Disney College program. So eventually I'll get a job in which I'll be paid for it, and I'll be making memories for all these different little kids that come to the park that I grew up on, and I want them to have the same excitement and
Be able to share those emotions.
yeah, exactly. Like share what I felt as a kid and then pass it on for the next generation.
The magic of Disney.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. I mean, thinking about like what the Disney College program is, I know I've thought about getting involved with it because I've mentioned this before on the show. I'm a huge Marvel nerd, and that's fun and exciting. And Disney's the parent company of Marvel. But like, how would somebody even think about getting involved with the program?
Yeah, so I was interested because I had someone close to me do it, and then SUNY Oswego was like, hey, interested? I was like, you know it. So then I attended a Zoom meeting with the one recruiter. She talked about it. I was like, let me talk to my dad. Lots of convincing, but I'm doing it.
It sounds perfect considering how much you love Disney.
Exactly, and then I'll be near Universal during Halloween time for the haunted houses. So on my days off, you know,
More of that
boogie
horror.
over there.
That's
Nice.
great.
You really get to mix those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere because when we come back, we have more to talk with Erin. So stay tuned.
Athletics. Erin, there were 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups.
For half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Welcome back. Melinda and I are here with Erin, and we're gonna get right back into it. So, what made you want to come to Oswego?
You know, it was just a lot of looking around, seeing what colleges had a film program. So I visited one school, wasn't too thrilled with it, didn't get to talk to anyone, and it was just like, I don't feel this way. Came here, I got to talk to 2 professors. They're awesome people, I've had them before. Plus, like, the lake. It just fit, it just made me feel happy. I was like, oh my God, this lake is so beautiful. This campus is so beautiful. How could I not come here?
The sunsets, especially during the summer. I know everybody leaves in the summer, but
the sunsets in
when you
winter
come here
are
during
beautiful
orientation,
too.
is during the summer, and then they don't tell you about the winter.
that's what they tell you. Yeah, bring your boots. I know we had we had accepted Students' Day this past Saturday, and I work in a restaurant in town, and I know a lot of students were coming in and asking me a lot of questions about the college and what to expect and what not to expect, and it really is a very welcoming campus. And especially in regards to different things you might be involved with, club-wise, what kind of has interested you in that way?
So I'm in the Oswego Film Club, which I'm in charge of the social media for that.
Socials, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
PR major in the house.
I'm also a part of Her Campus, which is an
Yes.
awesome women's writing group. Like, you just feel so comforted.
It's amazing.
And then, of course, WTOP.
You can't
Yes.
beat WTOP 10.
You really can't. You really, really can't.
Just got our own calzone over at Wanzone's Calzone. Go check it out. The topper, buffalo chicken, mac and cheese, French fries, and then you can pick your
Hot
sauce on the
sauce on the
side.
side.
Hot sauce on the side, or blue cheese, or ranch, or honey mustard, whatever.
Sounds amazing.
It is pretty amazing, but that's not the point of today. WTOP it's just very welcoming.
It is.
And you get a lot of experience through being here. So what would you say some of the experience that you've gotten here would be?
So I would say, because I'm not broadcasting, like, I thought about it, but I went up, I was like, I'm a film major, what could I do? And they're like, photography. I'm like, amazing. And I've learned so much about camera work that I haven't learned in my film classes yet. And I feel like it's just an amazing opportunity, no matter what major you are, that you could just do it. And then, like, same with Her Campus. You don't even have to be a writer. You could just walk in and be like, hey, I'm interested in a woman group. And they're like, all right, come on, jump on.
Let's give it a shot, right?
Yeah. And then even film club, you don't even have to be a film major. You could just join. Sometimes we watch movies. Sometimes we have film festivals that people are willing to teach you how to do stuff.
And then I know you guys always need actors as well.
Of course.
So those are hard to find. I'm sure you pull in up some of the theater people
yeah.
as well.
I put out an advertisement. I was like, I need an actor and actress, and I got 2 amazing people, and I'm excited to film.
Yay! That's so exciting.
Right. So obviously, I'm involved with WTOP 10 as well, and I'm also involved with Her Campus with you as a section editor. And I agree that these are a great way to get the stories out there, get involved on campus. I think it's really important for all students. But what would you say is your favorite part of the clubs on campus?
Overall, I think it's just like, at least with those 3 clubs, you don't have to be whatever it is. You don't have to be a creative writing major, minor for Her Campus. You don't have to be broadcasting for TOP. You don't have to be film for film club. But yet they're all welcoming no matter what you do. And I think that's just so amazing, because I feel so comforted whatever club I walk into. And then look at me now. I'm in charge of social media for film club and doing a whole bunch of other stuff that I didn't think I'd be doing, like being on the show.
It's really incredible.
Welcome to the major show.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows, so Fagan and I got into this last week when Jared Wakefield came on our show. He brought up the debate of sports talk versus Laker connections. Now, I'm Team Sports Talk. I think, Team Sports Talk is the way to go. It's new, it's exciting. You can't go wrong. Their content, you can enjoy their content even if you're not a sports person. I need to know your thoughts on that.
I'm scared to say this because I work on both, so I'd rather say plead the fifth.
No. Fagan tried that last week. We're going to get her answer as well, because I'm fed up. We need answers.
No offense to Laker connections, but I'll pick Sports Talk.
Yes! Yes! Let's go! Team Sports Talk!
I love both groups of guys. They're amazing. I love all the crew on both, but something about Sports Talk is just like,
yeah.
All right.
Our major audience, we put up a poll on Instagram the week following Jared's appearance.
We did.
Sports Talk blew them out of the water. Our major audience, they're here for us on Team Sports Talk. Now, Fega, answer.
It's got to be Sports Talk.
United front.
Yep, we got a united front. Unanimous vote. It is Sports Talk.
High fives all around.
It's so beautifully chaotic. I don't know. I can't. No, in the best way possible. You know when something is chaotic in the best way possible? That is Sports Talk. And I'm not a huge sports person, and people who know me know that. But I feel like Sports Talk it just works with. Even if you're not a sports fan, you can watch Sports Talk and just appreciate everyone talking over each other. No, but I did my research. I was like, Laker connection.
Yeah.
No, Sports Talk. That's where it's at.
But now we have an even bigger question.
Oh, man.
So as a photographer, you're on all the sets of the OPs. You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
You've been featured on a couple shows. I know you've
have.
been on the Sanaza show. You've been on the Burial Ground. You're here on Major Discussions. What is your favorite original production? Is it Major Discussions? I hope it is. But we were joking about this earlier.
I'm sorry, but it's not Major
What?
Discussions.
What? No!
It has
No.
to be
Major
the Sanaza show.
No!
No! What a major disappointment for us.
Yes! That was great.
I'm so sorry, but
Wow!
Major.
Okay. That hurts.
That hurt.
I think you should go.
I think you should leave. Off.
I'm sorry. I love all of the OPs, but something about that show with the all-woman crew, because I'm always an advocate for women in media, something about it just makes me so happy.
They have an empowering element to them.
Alrighty, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we've got something special for you. Stay tuned.
Athletics. Aaron, there were 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups.
For half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Welcome to Understood.org, a free online resource for parents of kids with learning and attention issues, with personalized recommendations, tools, and daily access to experts to help your child thrive. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
To Major Discussions. I'm not Mel or Faye, and we, the judges, are ready to judge these cakes.
Mocha coffee, applesauce, hazelnut chocolate spread, cinnamon, salsa con queso. You must use all of these ingredients in the dish.
Yeah, I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt. Microwave butter.
What is that?
If I was actually cooking the food, there'd be a lot of issues with the health department.
That was
amazing. Yeah. So that is the special segment that we have coming up later this week on YouTube. We will be sure to notify you on our Instagram and on our Twitter, Major_Discussions, and then MD TV show for our Twitter, of when that does get released. We do want you to watch it because Erin is so interested in baking.
I am.
We decided to do a little bit of a bake-off. And so you're going to be able to kind of see the chaos that ensued behind all of that.
Yeah, it was a really great experience. It was fun. It was fun baking all together and then getting it judged. I think you're going to find it really hilarious because we find it hilarious, so that should be enough.
Yeah, that should be enough to our major audience. That being said, don't go anywhere because when we come back, we still have another more fun thing to do.
I love you.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay. You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back. As always, I'm Melinda here with Faye, and this week our guest is Erin.
For our game, we're gonna storyboard. So Erin is gonna explain what we've got for today.
Yeah, so storyboarding is a process in the film industry, part of the pre-production, where basically you map out what you want to shoot, but you draw it. So I feel like it would be very nice that we do our own little storyboard and we pass it around on this nice whiteboard, map out a crazy story on the spot.
Yes. Okay. Alrighty. I think you'll probably start.
All right.
Yeah.
You'll
All right.
start?
We have a
I'll
lot of
start.
colors you can work with.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
you were interested in Disney, you're interested in horror. What kind of story are we cooking up today?
I feel like I'll be nice to you guys and go Disney, something lighthearted and not
Something
too scary.
lighthearted like our little decos?
So,
yes. I love Art Deco.
All right. We'll do...
We can always do like a horror story of like our baking thing.
You could. Yeah, that was a horror story.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was just, a lot happened. I know we talked about it a little bit previously, but a lot happened, especially while we were filming, and you could see that we had some guest judges come back from previous guests and potential future guests, etc.
Very exciting. We're very excited for that to come out. We're very excited for you to see all of that.
As Erin is drawing. I see.
Alrighty.
Okay, so if we want to look at this.
We have over here, yeah.
Someone walking up on a girl swinging on a swing set.
And she's got notably red hair.
I feel like this could be the start of a Disney or horror film.
It could be, honestly.
I'm thinking Ariel as a person. All right. Let me see what we're gonna do. Okay. So we have a wonderful little tree here. Let's try this again. We have a wonderful little tree. Okay.
I like your tree.
And that floor, because it's a story, it's got to be cohesive. I have this man.
Can I help with this?
Thank you.
Hold it from the side.
And what if the swing just kind of breaks?
Ooh, that's a
And then
horror
we have
story.
Ariel kind of just.
And the man's just sitting there?
Teamwork.
Sitting there.
Teamwork.
Oh.
All right, so she's got her hair, she's fallen. And I think that he
she's got
should
her hair, at
just
least.
start yelling about, I'm just uncapping all of these. I think he should yell about Laker connections.
All right.
Laker connections. This is because of Laker connections. Okay, that's his
All
line.
right.
Fega, what's the next line from our redheaded Ariel, who's got the color of sports talk?
Oh,
purple?
Here, we're gonna get the, yeah.
Let's get them
they're all open.
Okay.
Okay, I see there's, tree,
There
right?
is a tree.
With
very
swing.
well-colored
Swing
tree.
is fallen. Girl is, girl is crying.
Girl is crying. And he's shouting
Girl
about
is-
Laker connections. That's
girl-
not okay.
Girl is crying. We're
Not
gonna
okay here
try.
when we're all team sports talk.
Try. So, then there is man, Laker connections. Oh my gosh. Okay, and she is just like, no.
She's fallen off a swing, but why?
Sports talk.
Aaron, let's get to the why.
To the why.
I think that's good.
Tears.
That's
Tears.
good.
All right, so let's get to the why. All right, so. Oh, you capped it. Okay, so to the why. So let's get in the tree. And there's a guy in the tree who has scissors, like Jacob Bradley did last episode.
Oh.
Where he almost cut off his hair. And he cut off the swing. So there's
He's cutting the swing.
He cut off the swing. So he's just laughing now. He's like, ha
The
ha.
Laker Connections guy? It cut the swing from the
they're
sports talk
together.
girl?
They're in cahoots.
Oh God.
Because she was Team Sports Talk.
Oh.
So he's in the tree and he's like, ha ha, I cut you down.
All right. And I think we're gonna cut this story a little bit short.
All right.
Let's skip ahead. So she's fallen out of the tree. We're skipping ahead to our ending. This is our final block. And we're gonna have, basically, Sports Talk Girl has just become a wrestler, and she's taken down the Laker Connection guys.
Now she's on the burial
They're on the floor. Now they're crying.
Oh man.
So
and
now
she's
there's
saying
burial ground.
Team
Sports Talk.
Sports Talk.
I like it.
Women's empowerment.
Period.
Yeah.
We love it.
And it is
I
quite
think that's our
iconic.
complete
And we're gonna look right here.
masterpiece.
Look at that.
Look
right
at
over
that.
here. Team Sports Talk.
Team Sports Talk.
If we want to throw signs up, Team Sports Talk is better than Laker Connection. Take that, Aaron Valentino. And Jared tried to put up a sign last episode, and we would not let him.
Oh no.
Wow.
Anyway.
Aaron Valentino and
That's
Brian
our show, folks. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Thanks so much to Aaron for joining us here tonight.
You can follow our Instagram page, major_discussions, for behind-the-scenes looks and some more fun questions throughout the week. Also, to see our special segment release-al date, that'll be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes. Tune in next week at 9:30 for more major discussions.
We can't wait.
Yes, we really can.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I can't
We
wait.
really can't wait. Neither can you.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night. The